Hi, everybody. It's FIBO Group, and you are watching to the Market Watch review. Asia-Pacific equities were generally higher than the U.S., with China being the exception. This was after U.S. equities surged yesterday. Stoxx 600 in Europe is down 0.3%, bringing this week's loss of a little more than 1%. Yesterday's gains in the U.S. futures are being trimmed. The dollar is mixed with most European currencies, led by the euro. Yesterday's high of $1,765 was set by gold, and it is struggling to hold steady at $1,750 today. The October WTI is up by 1% today and 3.4% over the week. Asian Pacific market. Tokyo's August Consumer Prices Index rose more than expected. It is a useful tool for assessing national forces and does a good job. The headline rate jumped to 2.9% from 2.5%. This is its highest level in 30 years. Core measure, which excludes fresh foods, is now at 2.6%. This is an increase of 2.3% from previous year. Many banks warn it could rise to 3% in the fourth quarter. About half of Japan's inflation is caused by fresh food and energy. The CPI rose 1.4% compared to 1.2% a year ago. The dollar rose 2.65% last week against the yen, but has not moved in recent days. The dollar continues to move in the range of JPY 135.80 to JPY 137.70 on Tuesday. Yesterday's Australian dollar closed at $0.6990 for a six-day high. However, it has not seen any follow-through buying. Market of Europe. The rate rise was triggered by an increase in inflation to close to 9%. It is not surprising that there were those who wanted a quarter-point move. On August 31, the preliminary estimate for this month's Consumer Prices Index will be published. After a 0.1% increase in July, the month-over-month pace will likely rise by 0.3%. The base effect will translate this into a slightly slower annual rate of 8.8%. Although the core rate will remain steady at 4.0%, there is a risk that it could rise. Yesterday's low in Asia was a few hundredths of cent. However, the euro has recovered and been bid in Europe. It is now above $1.00. Sterling established a range of $1.1720 on Tuesday, which is a new two-year low, as well as $1.1880. Market of America. Markets are pricing in a 70% chance of the Fed increasing 75 base points next month. There are important data that needs to be released before the FOMC meeting ends on September 21, including the jobs report on Friday and the CPI on September 13. It is unlikely that either report will change the overall assessment of the labor market, even though there are important data due before the FOMC meeting concludes on September 21. These include the jobs report next Friday and the CPI on September 13. Yesterday's five-day low for the U.S. dollar was slightly below CAD 1.2900. In the first two sessions of this week, it was in the CAD 1.3060 zone. That's all for me. Closely monitor the news background and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.